You know, when you are in the position of serving the public or humanity, sometimes because you might say you are the center of the world, you will be in position to see how different type of people reason. And you might see some comments. You look at that comment two, three, four times, trying to find out, is it an adult that made this comment? Why am I saying this? Some people have been commenting and asking us, Nicky Bobby, why do you always talk about flood? Why do you always bring about the updates on flooding that's taking place in Biafra land? So when I look at these top comments, sometimes I wonder why people will be making this comment. They say you should focus on the more important things. You should concentrate on what we are doing. What are we doing actually in essence? What are we doing? I presumably feel or think that those who are making such comments are referring to our agitation for the restoration of Biafra rights. But what some of them have forgotten is that the places that this flood is disturbing is still in Biafra land. It's our own people that are living in those areas. You know, at the beginning when this flood issue started, this one of 2022, we received the information first in Jigawa State. It was Jigawa State that confessed and that we started hearing about flood. And when we followed the incident that was going on there, we noticed that the youth in Jigawa State started swimming in the flood. So as the floods continue rising up on daily basis, the youth were happy turning this flood to be a river where they will go for recreation and swim. The flood continued rising day after day, and about the third day, one youth got missing. Before you know it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 youths within a space of 2 days. Those who were swimming, they always go to the flood to swim. So we brought that information first and reckon not only those in Jigawa State. We are saying in case in every other state you are seeing such a thing, in case flood come to your area, do not involve yourself in such act. We are saying, does it mean that Jigawa youth doesn't really know what it means for flood to come? Well, we concluded possibly because they don't really see river that much, and rain doesn't fall much that side. Maybe that's why when they see the flood, they thought maybe this is the kingdom of God. They started swimming. So the point of my story is that the reason why we bring about the updates of flood is because it is in Biafra land that is taking place, and we are struggling to have Biafra as a confederation. So there is no point we are struggling for all this and we abandon our people. The information we bring to you here is educative content. We bring to you, we want to sensitize you. We want you to understand how each and every of them play out. And that's why we always tell you, in case it has not reached your own area, bear in mind, get prepared. Who knows tomorrow? It might be in your own region that it might knock. So this flood you are seeing, those people that it has affected in their own territory, in their own region, in their own state, it's more of Biafrans. They are our people. We bring those content for you to understand, for you to get prepared. To get prepared, we are not asking you to go and build a dam so to evacuate the flood. We are not asking you to go and buy jets because we do not have such money. We are asking you to do the simplest thing you'll be able to afford. Use your common sense when issues like this come up. That's what we are asking. You do not know when it will knock at your own door, because those states within Biafra land, within the old eastern region, it has been anticipated that this flood might really touch each and every state. And that's why we always tell you, when we bring such information, we want you to learn from it. It might be that you are not living in the area that the flood is affecting. Maybe that's the reason you might be asking us, why are we saying so? We should leave this issue for the government, for the governors to attend to. We should leave it for the Zoological Republic. How many of the governors have you seen that went to Bayelsa, went to Iguacha, that's River State, that has gone to Anambra State, Imo State, and those areas that this is happening. Apart from P2B, how many of the governors have you seen? So you can learn from what is happening around you. That is what you have to understand. If it is not happening in your area, it's not a reason why you should say other people that is affecting, you should overlook them. This is the type of reasoning we want our people to desist from. When something is happening within your area, in Biafra land, even beyond Biafra land, in as much as humanity is involved, we want our people to look into it, to see it critically the way it's supposed to be. Humans are the same across the globe. That is what's happened. So today, as I have been commenting on this, you have been seeing, watching these people. This thing actually happened in Lagos State because that is how, I wouldn't say, I don't know if I would say it is because of ignorance, you know. So these guys decided to continue driving their bike. Of course, you see the end point, and he don't want to let his bike go. But the unfortunate incident is that at the end of the day, this guy gave up. The flood killed him. That's the sad incident. He didn't survive. This happened in Okoba, Agege, Lagos. This is what is happening there. We are bringing it down to our land, to our people, so that we understand the impact, the effects of flood. Flood is really the current that goes with flood. Sometimes you can't be able to comprehend it. Just like a normal river that flows with high currents. Just take a look. So you have seen it. These are the reasons why we touch those things. We are still struggling for the restoration of Biafra. And these are the parts of things we are fighting. We want to make our land to be a comfortable place for us, all of us to live. So please, do not discourage those who are listening. Not all the updates that we bring here that you personally will benefit. There are some that you will benefit. There are some that will not come to you, will not affect you. In such ones, you overlook it. But there must be people whom it will benefit. So those in our land, do not challenge flood. That is what this bike guy did. He wanted to challenge the flood, and the flood taught him a lesson. Well, following that, we really want to discuss further as regards to what is happening in our area. I want to play this video for you. I want you to listen. For us to learn from it. Then, specifically for those who can understand Igbo language, I'm not going to interpret it.
Mbo onye mmere asụ ere.
Onye
mmere asụ ere.
Onye mere atụ ere. Butere gị ebe a. Onye bụ onye a?
Mbo di nwaanyị amụ ichi.
Ha?
Di nwaanyị amụ ichi.
Nke na ya bi.
Di nwaanyị amụ ichi.
Nke na ya bi.
Mba.
Nke na ya bi. Ka emere iji mee ya atụ ere. Ka emere iji mee ya atụ ere.
Maka abara m mba.
Ọbara ya
na mbaba na mba.
Ime ya atụ ere.
Ya sị m na ọ ga-agwa m ụdị mmadụ ọgwụ.
Wee mee ya gị.
Na ọ ga-agwa m ụdị mmadụ ọgwụ ma ọ na-ajị m tọpụrụ nwunye ya ọrụ.
Ka gị mezie ya gị.
Na ọ ga-agwa m ụdị mmadụ ọgwụ.
Gị mezie ya gị.
M were mee ya atụ ere.
Ka ihe iji mee ya atụ ere. Kedu ihe iji gara mee ya atụ ere?
Mmụọ enweghị dị adịtị mgbe a na-ere ya n'ahịa.
A na-ere ya n'ahịa. N'ahịa ebe?
N'oye.
Oyi ebe?
Oye ụga.
So anyị jee oyi ụga na ị ga-egosi anyị ebe ị na-egote ihe eji eme ya atụ ere. Ka ihe ndị wụ ihe a wụsagara ebe a, gịnị ka ọ wụga?
Ihe mbụ nke a
Kwuo okwu ike.
nke a kịta na-awụ ọfụ onye ụwa. Nke a na-awụ ọfụ agwụ. Nke a kịta na-awụ ike nke agwụ.
Ka ị batara aka gị welie ya elu gbuo ihe ọgwụ. Welie ya elu gị gbuo.
Nke a kịta na-awụ ọfụ onye ụwa. Nke a kịta na-awụ ike nke aka mbụ ọfụ agwụ. Nke a kịta na-awụ ike nke agwụ. Nke a kịta na-awụ mmiri onye ụwa m si na-ewere bịa ụwa. Dị na mgbada side be anyị ebe nna m lee dị mmiri a na-akpọ obodo ala ya ebe a ka o si dị mmiri ahụ mmiri bụ ihe west afọ nke a kịta na-awụ anyanwụ na-agba ndị na-eje ekpe ekpere n'ụtụ na anyanwụ nke a kịta na-awụ nzu na-edo chi hụ ụtụ bifọ m wụọ ọjọọ ụtụ m bụrụ ụzọ maa nzu bifọ waa ọjọọ ụtụ Kakita na-awụ bel ndị akụ bifọ njigasị ha chehu kwena na atụkwa akụkụ ụzọ akụkụ ọrụ kakịta na-awụ ọla aka ma grandmother nyere ada nwa agba mmanya ọhụrụ kakịta na-awụ ihe kakịta na-akụ rọba eji agba mkpụrụ mmiri eji agba mkpụrụ mmiri
ụnụ
nji agba mkpụrụ mmiri
ka ewu nke a
nke a mkpụrụ igbo ihe ọ dịwo sacha otu akịta na ihe ọ dịwo abụọ bete nke ọzọ esuru m eso ebe m nwere n'udo na-ete n'isi ga ụfọ ya bụ onye be m na otu ite agwa enyi udo na-ete n'isi
kedu ihe watụ ere a ka ọ gomina ọha na eze ihe watụ ere a agbakọta m ihe watụ ere na-eme ọsọ
atụ ere ya wụ dịka mwachi ghọta ya ihe atụ ere ụwụ mebi onye gị na-abụworo okwu ya wụ na onwe gị ịma na e nwere ihe nwere ike imenwe onye ahụ ya wụ ihe iji ga-eme onye ahụ ya wụ ihe iji ga-emegide onye ahụ enwe nje ya wụ ọwụ dịka ịgba pin
ị na-agbakọ pin
mba nke a ka na-ama emeda nwaanyị
ngwa kọwawa
ana m emeda nwaanyị dịka ịgba pin ime atụ ere imega ihe ịgwọ ya wụ imega mmadụ ihe mmadụ ji ihe ga-awa eme mmadụ onye aregide ya nwụnyere ya ọ ya wụ ihe ghọtara wụ atụ ere
so onye ị na-eme ndị mmadụ wa atụ ere ime onye anyagide ya ọnwụ mmadụ ole ka ime gwara atụ ere
sọsọ nnugbo eze a sọsọ ofu onye
mana na bụụ na ị na-eme atụ ere bụụ
mmadụ sọsọ mmadụ na-abụ
ka ime gwara na bụụ
gwọkwa
onye nke anyị mere n'ụmụ eze kedu ebe ọ nọ
enwe ma ide ebe ọ nọ bete nwunye ya si na ọ nọ ụlọ ọgwụ ebe a na-etiriti ya
dee na ọnwụ na ndị anyị na-eme atụ ere ime atụ ere ha nwụọ kedu uru iri kere ya
enweghị uru ritere na ya
enweghị uru iritere na ya ihe iji eme atụ ere ọ dị gị ebe a
mba
ọ dị na ya ala
mba
ka ebe ọ dịkwa
a na-egote edo ha adịghị anaghị gị egote ego na
enwe ndị mere atụ elu ọfụrụ a enwe ndị ka mere ọhụrụ
mba
so kedu ihe ị na-arụ
ihe mụ na mpatịkọ Messi nka nna
Messi mana ebe ị na-egote atụere ahụ n'orie na kedu ahụ onye ị na-ego ya ndị di nwoke ka nwaanyị ke saịdị ọ na-anọ
ịbịa n'oyi saịdị ha aka nkụ na-ere ihe ịchọ material n'oyi
ndị di onye ụka ka ọwụ
aga m akọwala onye ọbụla mbụ nwunye nwunye abụghị ekwensu
nye ka ị na-egote ihe iji eme atụere ndewo ọhaneze ọ na-anụgodi ya onye awụ na ụmụ ezuga ka obi and aka ọrụ ya bụ ime ndị mmadụ atụere enweghị ọzọ ọ na-arụ onye nye na enwere okwu o mee ya atụere kezikere ka esi akasị wee kpara gị gịnị ka ị mere aka ji wee kpara gị ọwara ha n'eze na-abịa na nke gị ma na nkọwa gị niile na ịma na ị na-eme atụghere abị isi ike mana atụghere anyị nwekwa ike ime ya onwe gị oyi ga-eme ya onwe gị na ndị be anyị ọ na-ahụgwere ihe anyị na-afụ chibu ahụ ọzọ ọ ya ihe anyị na-afụ biko ka anyị ga n'olu kọmando ụmụ eze ndị onye nke nwudoro onye a na-eme atụghere ka ọ gwa anyị 1 or 2 days my brother ndewo biko anyị bịara ebe a wee fụta ka eji nwa amadi a n'ala ebe a wee na-akọwa na ọ na-eme atụghere biko ele ihe nwere ikwu
ihe m nwere ikwu ọ bụghị ntị m ụka ntị unu ege na ntị n'ihe o kwuru ndị ahụ bad eggs ihe na-ewute m na ọ bụghị n'ụmụazị be anyị kama ọ na-eme ha bata ha nye aka kọrọpt ụmụazị be anyị ha bido mụta ihe anyị anaghị eme ejighị wee mara ndị be anyị n'obodo a onye a bụ onye akwụrụ ka ọ bụ bụrụ onye ọkwụ akwụrụ and ụmụkwe na ebe obi na ụmụ eze be anyị and ebe ahụ obi ọtụtụ ihe na-eme ebe ahụ nke anyị notisi wee tinye anya na mmiri na-amonitọ ihe na-eme ebe ahụ anyị mee chọpụta na ebe ahụ zikara Karakuta Republic and oke na ọrụ anyị bụ a fight for corruption na be nna anyị bụ ụmụ eze because ejighị ụdị ha wee mara anyị at a time dịka ama si agba anyị n'ọrụ sinsi abalị pụta n'ụtụtụ n'ọnụ ụtụtụ jekwe n'ebe onye a ọ mapụrụ mgbe ọ mapụrụ ndị ọrụ draw back mkpọzie nye information na onye a ya enwetaghị ya somebody wee kpọọ wee sị anyị na o nwere ebu machine bata di ya I move down to that place wee nwetakweni ya wee ba wee nweta ọtụtụ ihe na pie anyị bukọtakwa n'ihe ndị ahụ wee jụọ ya maka ndị ya na ya bi ebe ahụ because onye na-elekọta ebe ahụ anya onye nwe ụlọ ahụ nwụrụ anwụ ụmụ ya da anatakwana n'ụlọ wee were onye a wee tii nye 2 rooms obi ebe ahụ ọ kpọta nwa agbọghọ renti ya ebe ahụ jee na main building kụka main building werekwe mmadụ tii n'ime at a time achọpụta na the whole many properties nwoke ji wee biri be adịghịzi anyị mekwenye arrest bute ya wee jụba ya ajụjụ wee na-akọwa na property niile ahụ n'obunarị ebe nne ya na-akpụrụ na ọ dị na biya I wee nụzie series of stories ihe na ndị mmadụ jere wee sị ọ bụ ha adụ ya were adụ ilu na ọ ya gwa ihe na-emenụ otherwise anyị mee ya ihe kwesịrị ime ya ihe anyị kwesịrị ime ya enweghị ihe ọzọ bụ anyị were ya hafee n'aka ndị ka anyị wee mara o wee sị na ihe mere n'ụwa na nwaanyị ya na-ekwu okwu ya di ya nọ n'ọya ya na ya bara mba nwanne nya ọ sịrị nwaanyị o ji nwaanyị ụgwọ nwaanyị gbabịa ụgwọ ya na ya nwebe nsogbu o wee sị nwaanyị na iji ekpọrọ ya ndị sekuriti na sekuriti abịa na ha ahụghị ya si ya kedu ebe di ga ha nọ kịta meanwhile after ka ihe a mechara di nwaanyị ahụ daa na-atụ ere nye a kọrọ ha ihe akwụọ ya ụgwọ kwụchaa ya ụgwọ o jee na shọpụ nwaanyị wekwa ihe 1000 something nwaanyị nabazie ya ha nwebe okwu nwaanyị kpọọ sekuriti o wee jezie were atụ ere wee jee wụọ n'ubi ebe ahụ ọ kọrọ ha ihe di nwaanyị a wee onye amụ isi ka ọ obiri be anyị wee kọntaktị ya atụ ere mgbe nke a na-eme anyị nụkwaziri ọtụtụ okwu o kwuru ma mgbe ọ bara o kwuru na ntị onye o kwuru wee sị na ndị mmadụ na ọ chọpụtara na onwego ndị na-abịa monitor ya.
Now you see what is going on. This video is not a new one. It happened in 2021, this incident in Anambra State. This young man is a very young guy, maybe in his 20s or 30s. This is what he got himself involved. His handwork, he's a mason man. When I say mason, I mean bricklayer. That's how some people used to call it. It's a very good handwork. People make a lot of money from it. People can grow their career from it. Those who did not even attend university to learn construction engineering, architectural design, to learn building designs, civil engineering. Those who didn't go to university, they have started like this and grew a big company, become contractors, and execute very standard contracts, more than those who claim to go to university sometimes, because sometimes in the university they don't even learn this practical aspect of it. They don't. So some people we are saying that no wonder he doesn't have a good handwork. Bricklaying, mason is a very good handwork, yes, but the fact is that this guy decided to turn the other way around. He lives in a house that somebody who is living abroad built and asked him to stay there, take care of the compound. But at the end of the day, he has finished selling all the properties in the compound. In the main building, he started renting the main building to others. But well, let's not go too down into it. Let's look at the aspects of his action. This guy is distributing ature. I want to use that particular, I want to call it in Igbo name. I don't want to start calling English name. Ature is a kind of poison. He is giving it to different people. Or sometimes if it's come to you at on your leg, it start decaying your leg. You understand what I'm talking. Young guys in our land have, this guy is from Ebony State, but he's living in Anambra. But the issue is not, we are not really concentrating on where each one comes from, because what this guy is practicing is everywhere in Biafra land. People are, whether you are in Ebony State, whether you are in Anambra, Imo, Abia, you're in River State, in Delta State, in Bayelsa, Cross River, mention them. All of these acts is there. But now, let's look at this way. He goes to the markets. He knows the women that are selling this ature. He buy it from them. He now go and administer it on anybody that he has an issue with. What a wicked heart. My question is, in every local market setting, there are those elders, chiefs, who are in charge of every market setting in Igbo land. So why is it that those elders allow people to come and sell ature, do such business? They allow them. They know that this is what they are doing. They are selling ature, which people will use to go and poison others. The elders of the market, those who are in charge of the markets, they allow them, they collect little tax from them and allow them to continue saying. And they know what they are using these things for. You see why sometimes prosperity becomes difficult in our land. When you see somebody who wants to prosper because the person has a little issue with you, you now go and administer ature for the person, where the ature will delay the person. And the continuation of that process, of that success from the person has ended. What we are campaigning is this happened last year. Even till now, we just had a recent issue that it happened in Abia State as well. And this will not be the last one. It will continue, recreating itself. The campaign we are trying to carry out is that the same way IPOB says, our people should try to bury their dead loved ones within 2-3 days, at most a week. Let's counter this campaign and say those who are practicing this black magic, those who are giving out those ature to people. And then, so the worst part of it is that sometimes you don't even need to offend them. They will just go and buy it and use it to test on you. You don't even need to do them anything sometimes. So this is what a young man that has a very good hand job has an opportunity to better his life. He is living in a compound. He's not paying. Just take care of this compound. He has a wife there. He took a wife in. He started renting the main building. And now he is going out. If he pass, sometimes you don't greet him. He now turn around. He go and buy a tour and give to the person. He said that he cannot do it to himself, but he feel comfortable to do it to others. The idea is that until these things will start working against those practices, it will still be difficult for us to get where we are going to. The same thing goes to those people who try to see how their own brothers and sisters will not prosper, will not progress. Because if you prevent your brother from progressing, the same time, indirectly, you are preventing yourself. Because that your brother you are working against, that he will never prosper, he will never progress. Might tomorrow, when he progress, give you an opportunity. Bring out a very good incentive to your community. For example, I remember those days, one of the central bank governor in the 90s is from Abia State. Because even till today, those who are central bank governors in the Zoological Republic have that incentive to extend it to their people. But unfortunately, those who are really occupying that position today don't want to use it for the masses, for their own people. They use it for themselves alone. So this man, some of you must have known him from Abia State, Paul Uguma. That's his name. Those days, you always see his signature on 5 naira, 10 naira, 20 naira, 50 naira. I think so. He gave a lot of scholarship to people of his community. Not only his community, all the communities, about 5, 6, 7 communities around their own. He gave out the scholarship to study in universities. A lot of times studied in universities in the eastern region, courtesy of that central bank governor's sponsorship, or should I call it scholarship. So if at any time, maybe one of his brothers from the same kindred have said, okay, this man, the way I'm seeing it, you do well. Because of that, let me remove you. Will that particular scholarship that he gave to his community people came to them? No, that would have been the end of that success. What we are saying is very, very wrong. As we are trying to see how we restore human dignity in our land, which is Biafra, at the same time, we are trying to see how we sensitize our people so that they will be able to know how to do things that are good, encourage humanity. Not your brother will try as much as possible to prosper, to progress. You are there dragging him back. A young man. The elders of that market, those who are controlling that market, why do you allow such to be sold in that market? There is nothing else that they use Oturu to do except to use it to give to people for sickness. So you cannot tell me that those women that are busy selling Oturu and making their money, that they have another intention for it. No, there is none. It's high time we start looking in that direction. All these ones practicing black magic in Biafra land, we have to look into them. We have to give them condition. Because if things continue like this, it will be difficult for us to actualize what we are fighting for. The earlier, the better. So we have to look into it. These are the things we are saying. When we say we bring educative content to you, we bring ways of sensitizing issues, sensitizing people to you. We are absolutely right. We are. So we use the things we learn from the past, the things that happened in the past, to predict the future and use it currently, at the moment, to sort out some issues. That is how it is. For those who understand the Igbo, I believe you understand what the record said. And earlier we start cautioning our people against these things, the better for all of us. We thank you for listening. We'll see you on our next video. Thank you.